92.7 WOBM, Sean and Sue. Tuesday morning, 6:39, 50 degrees, and today we're kicking off our salute to nurses this week. It is National Nurses Week, and joining us right now is the Chief Nurse Officer at Community Medical Center, Donna Bonacorso, joins us this morning. Donna, good morning. Welcome to our studios.
Donna. Good morning, Sean and Sue. How are you?
You've been out to the beach with us, but now you're here at our main studio, so it's nice to have you here at the big building.
Thanks so much for having me. Actually, I was at the beach in the summer with you. It was gorgeous, but this studio is beautiful, too.
Yes. We don't have the beach sand, but definitely a nice view of Putty Park for you.
We'd rather be out at the beach, you know?
Won't be long.
Yeah.
So, Donna, let's talk about it. Here it is Nurses Week 2018. There's a theme. Let's talk a little bit about how they put a theme for Nurses Week together.
Of course. The American Nursing Association has a theme for this week's Nursing Week, and it's about nurses who inspire, innovate, and influence. And it's all about how nurses really are powerful in affecting how we care for our patients. And they really do influence care, and they are who, especially in the hospital where I work, how they help to heal our patients.
You know, let's face it, when you have someone who's in the hospital, I would say 90% of their time is probably dealing with the nursing staff that's there. I mean, because the doctors are in and out, you know, it's scheduled and things like that. But it's especially if they're, you know, there for any length of time, the nurses are there, not just, you know, in the morning or the afternoon, but they're there 24 hours a day.
Absolutely. And nursing is such a special profession. We have the opportunity to be present for the most incredible times in people's lives. They are stressful times, they are happy times, it could be sad times, but we really are allowed to be in the most precious times in people's lives.
And not only for the patients, but it's the families too. Nurses have to deal with all aspects of the family. And I'm sure patience is the number one thing for nurses. It's amazing.
Absolutely. And that's so much an art of what nursing does.
I was going to say that is a big part of, you know, the art of being a nurse, because as you just mentioned, there's different levels of what type of, you know, atmosphere there is. I mean, if you're, you know, down on the pediatrics floor, you know, with the kids and you're with new babies being born, it's a very happy, joyous time. But if you're in urgent care, unfortunately, there are some very serious, ICU type of situations where the nurses have to be prepared to deal with a different type of emotion for the patient and the family.
Absolutely. And the pace is fast. There is no slow pace. So the pace is fast, and we're constantly looking around to see how else we need to dive in and help and make a difference in people's lives.
And that way, you know, speaking of pace, if you're an emergency room nurse, your whole, you know, job description is much different than, say, on some other different floors.
There are nurses who specialize in end of life, which can be a very difficult time in people's lives, but it's part of the cycle of life. And then we have some really special nurses who work with our moms who are having babies and those precious miracles that happen every day in our hospital.
Now, this is amazing. And Sue and I were like, wow, you have close to 1,000 nurses here in Toms River at Community Medical Center. That is amazing.
Yeah, it is.
We do, and it's really impressive. We have nurses who've been with us for 40 years, and then we have nurses who've just been with us for 4 months. So we run the gamut in terms of experience. It's wonderful, and people who join the nursing profession have so many opportunities, not only in our hospital, but so many places around the world to develop their skills.
And you can move up being a nurse, right? You can start and just keep going.
You can do anything. Pretty much you can do anything in nursing. You find your niche, and you do that maybe even for 10 years, and then you evolve into another niche. There's so many opportunities for people when they come into the nursing field.
So it could be a situation where you start off, maybe you're in the maternity ward, but then you end up in the ER or you end up in the emergency room. There's different, you know, ways and areas to go to, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's amazing. That is really amazing.
You know, it's such a special career. And every nurse out there, let you be male or female, they're just wonderful people.
Yeah. And that brings us into the next part of our interview we want to talk to Donna about is careers in nursing, because you're always looking to expand and welcome in the next generation of nurses at Community Medical Center.
Yeah, so we're always eager to hire new nurses who have great ideas. We take new nurses who are just coming out of school. Actually, this summer, we're starting a nurse residency program. It starts first week of August. So we're starting the interview process right now. So people who are coming out of nursing school can be shepherded by our more experienced nurses and have a wonderful experience developing themselves in terms of their career.
When does a career in nursing start for the younger folks? I mean, do they begin this in high school when they start thinking about nursing, or does it more evolve in college or both?
Yeah.
How does that work?
So for me, I was a candy striper at 14
There
in
you
a
go.
hospital back in New York, and that's where I really did fall in love with nursing. But for some people, they choose nursing in their 30s and 40s as a second career. You do need to go to college. We have a great program at OCC, but there are other programs throughout the state of New Jersey. Stockton has a great program at Monmouth. So it's really you can choose where you want to go and how you want to
I
start.
think some training schools too, locally, if that's what you'd like to do. But this is what I always ask my nurse friends. I have to say this, and I'm sorry if anyone's eating breakfast.
Oh, no.
How do you deal? This is my biggest problem, even with my daughter. Blood. I can't.
Okay.
I can't. Are you nervous, Sean, that
Well,
I said that?
I didn't know where you were going.
How do nurses do it?
So I was in the store the other day looking at some nurses' cards, and there was a great card, and what it said was, nurses are angels with really strong stomachs. And that is the truth.
It has to
so
be the
we are
truth.
angels with really strong stomachs.
I love it. We're going to use that all day. They are angels
Write that
with
down.
very strong
Angels
stomachs.
with very strong stomachs.
You sure are.
By the way, for those who want to get information about careers in nursing, they can contact the hospital, correct? And they can
Absolutely.
get information? Excellent. Donna Bonacorso, the Chief Nurse Officer at Community Medical Center. Don, as always, a pleasure to have you in. And happy Nurses Week.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
A salute to all of you, and thank you.
Thank
We'll
you.
be back. We'll take a look at weather and traffic next at WOBM.
Make your home an ADT home and help protect